A swimming pool, a basement, and a private lift. Which one actually boosts your resale value 5 years later?
Or are they just good to have and shiny objects for buyers?
Today, luxury versus livability. What pays, what pains, and what to skip.
And today's episode, who is this episode for? We're talking about landed homeowners, designers, and young buyers who are weighing between wow features and practical living in their new homes.
Well, welcome to another episode of Property Roundtable with me, Rama, and Harvey. All right, bro, today's topic, amazing lah, bro.
Yes.
Luxury, livability.
Okay, define luxury, bro.
Wow, luxury, a lot of things are luxury, bro, but people just don't realize it. Okay?
Go tap, go toilet.
Just to set the stage, okay?
Yeah.
Having a swimming pool is definitely a luxury, bro.
Okay.
Basement is an even bigger luxury than the swimming pool because of the cost of getting a basement sorted.
Correct.
All right? Lifts, another luxury, all right?
Yes.
But now people say, oh, must have lift because I cannot climb up the stairs. It's luxury, bro. All right? Double volume spaces. Why they want to make the place look very big lah, the volume, so that they can show off a bit lah. And of course, kitchen lah, the appliances, all the branded stuff, the smart home lah, clap hand only can already, everything starts, working. Wine
bro,
chiller.
clap hand very old school, bro. Now voice activated, bro.
Sorry. Of course, your wine cellars lah, sauna, steam room lah, those resort landscaping lah. All this, bro, these are super luxury, bro.
Okay.
So what is livability then?
Livability means practicality lah. I feel like what's important, like bringing in light, 采光, making sure that the house is well ventilated,
right?
Where you position all your windows and stuff. Then how do you segmentize your home? What is your flow? How you use the house? What are some of the practical things you need to put in to have noise control if you are, say, located somewhere closer to the main street?
Right.
What are things that you use that is easy to maintain? Maintenance, right? I give you an example. Marble versus large format tile. Where large format tile is easier to maintain.
Yep.
But luxury is what? Marble. I don't care marble from where. China marble or Italian marble. Marble is marble. Okay?
Yep.
Energy efficiency, this one very practical today, and also whether these things that you put in are usable through your different life stage. But the thesis is formed on this. The features that attract attention. The fundamentals that sustain the price and liquidity at exit.
Yep.
Is luxury versus livability. It's trying to find the balance of both.
Right. So, bro, let's start with the features.
Yes.
Why is a swimming pool a feature?
Because flex, I can. My house got pool. When people come my house and say, yeah, you want to dip your feet in my pool or not, for the smaller ones. You want a proper swim, right? You gotta have a GCB. If not, it's not really a pool lah. It's like a water feature, right?
So in those days, right, when we compare a buyer buying into a condominium as compared to a landed property, they'll say, oh, my condominium got all the facilities.
True.
Got swimming pool, got gym lah, got sauna lah.
True.
Then this buyer can say, I also have swimming pool.
Correct.
I also got gym.
Correct.
Correct or not, bro?
So when you talk about pool, right, there's actually two aspects to it. So my learned friend Rama here is talking about luxury, right? So luxury is a flex. Condo have, my own house already have. I don't need to go stay in a condo. But of course there are maintenance issues, right?
Yep.
Then there's also you are sacrificing that space that you can use for other things.
Yep.
Maybe landscaping, maybe a dining area. So you have to weigh lah.
So for example, what you're trying to say or what you're trying to get at me is in a condo, there's MCST. So even if something spoiled, everybody come together and pay.
Correct.
But here, this one spoiled, I pay myself.
Yes. Yeah, OMO.
That's why, bro, it's luxury, ma?
One-man maintenance, bro. So obviously you must have maintenance playbook. You must show how much you spend to make it, to construct it, how much you have done in the terms of maintenance.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So the next form of luxury is always basement. But this one, not every property type or every property you can have a basement lah. So it has to be possible for you to have a basement before you can have a basement.
Possible.
Yeah.
Then whether you have the money to do so. But remember how deep is your basement? We mentioned before, as deep as
your pocket.
Yes, as deep as your pocket.
Yeah.
Okay, but some people like basement for different reasons.
Yeah.
Some of them create basements as a drop-off. Okay lah, for the bigger homes, they can park the car, can drop off, then take lift up to their living room. You know, so that basement is also a bit of a flex. But some people have basement spaces because they put their home theater and everything inside. But home basements typically are dark unless they are able to have light coming through. Some URA permutations or BCA permutations, there are certain basements that have like, you have to have pop-up like windows to have light shining through. So obviously basements, Rama, basements, what will you use it for?
Actually, you know what? We can talk a lot about basements, bro. Actually, we also have a unit, all right? This unit, the basement, right? It actually allows the owner to create a pathway on the site because it's a semi-D. For a studio unit to be made possible. So they can go on the site, go behind the yard area, and then just get to the basement staircase through the kitchen, and then just go down. They don't disturb anybody. That means they don't even get to enter the kitchen, the living room on the first floor, nothing. But the only shortfall, there is no bathroom on the basement. But you can still do a bathroom on the basement because you just need even deeper.
Now you got a basement, then you want to worry about toilet. I don't give you a basement, then don't you care about toilet lah. So last time we had a house we sold. Then he had to create light, right? Because his frontage is wide, it's an inter. Then he left a sliver of space. I think 0.5 to 0.75 to let the light come in. Well, some buyers come, the first thing, the whole house is very nice. 3-story plus attic, blah, blah, blah. They never look at all this. They just go and look at that strip. Wow, damn wasted. This part can fully build. I mean, 0.75 times the length of it is what? 10 meters. Like, what can you do with this strip? So I think certain features, sometimes when we look at it, right, it's a luxury to me to have that that sliver so that you can have light coming through, but it's also a livability, practicality. So these are interesting.
And it also gives you the luxury to play mahjong.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, without
for the basement lah.
Yeah, without disturbing your neighbors.
Yeah.
Because
unless your neighbor is a mahjong kaki also. Doesn't matter.
Then you all can connect the basement on the side. Then you can walk through to the basement. Bro. So
the next one, bro, lift. How?
Wow.
Lift is a luxury or livability, bro?
I mean, honestly speaking, to me, definitely it's a luxury, but it is only viable, right, if the plot of land or the built-up, the layout allows you to. Because you don't want to put a lift into a space just because you can put a lift into a space.
Correct.
But then it takes away the beauty of that space.
Correct.
Do you understand what I mean?
I think a lift is a need when you have multi-generation living. If not, then you always have to locate the family, the granny room or the first floor. So in my house, my first floor has no room. It's all catered to entertainment because of lift. The older folks can be on the second floor. So a lift is livability, practicality, if that is the only access to go up. Right? But if it's luxury, if let's say you have young kids, then they always like to play, they're running up the stairs. And you don't really use the lift, then it becomes a white elephant, then perhaps that is more like a luxury.
Bro, anybody got explore the possibility of having an escalator in the house?
No, bro. Actually, last time, got one agent asked this question, damn legend. Say house got lift, can don't have staircase or not? The answer is no.
Very simple reason why it's a no. Okay, for fire safety hazard, you need to get out of the house, then you cannot stuck. Your game over. Confirm BCA won't approve.
This is the first time I heard somebody ask this question. She's a legend. I don't know how I don't know. But again, as a tip, if you do servicing, you must keep the servicing record. But don't worry, if you are working with big lift maintenance companies, right, or like working with big lift brands, right, they have all your track record.
So again, there's this thing called luxury gone wrong. All right, so that can happen with a lift, bro. Sometimes you can get stuck in a lift. It's not a fantastic experience. Okay? And then depending, you stinge on the fridge, the lift model. Okay?
Yeah.
Then suddenly the fella gonna start, not
Hey
even
bro,
ventilation.
the lift can become a sauna also.
Yeah.
You know that or not? When you break down and you stuck inside, it's freaking sauna, bro. I tell you. Then it will be a luxury, bro.
Yep.
A lift that can become a sauna.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well,
So-
this one also nowadays a lot of people like. I don't know why. Double volume ceiling in the living room.
Wow, double volume ceiling. Actually, you know what? It's nice to have a double volume ceiling, bro. Because it serves as a lot of purposes. Especially you find this on the ground floor, the first
Yeah.
floor. Not the basement, but the first
Yeah.
floor. Right? Especially at the living area where you're hosting people. So it feels like, wow, very luxurious, very high ceiling and everything. But I've also seen the high ceiling go all the way up to the kitchen.
Yeah.
All right? Where from the kitchen, the mother can actually yell at the kids.
Yeah.
You know, they can see the second floor. There's a
Yeah.
little hole, you know, where you can see on the second floor and third floor. You call out the children's.
Hey, tell you all first, double volume ceiling is not something modern feature. Old houses have it.
Yep.
You go Loyang Villa also have. You go Villa Verde also have.
Yep.
You go Holland Grove also have.
Yep.
So it's just back in fashion kind of thing. Practicality is maintenance, and luxury, of course, the double volume gives a sense of spaciousness.
Yep.
So, and of course, there are a few things that we will just probably touch and go.
Yep.
Like smart home, I think
Yep.
it's considered both a luxury and livability. I think now people want it.
Yep.
I think high specs imported finishes like marble, as I mentioned, or like stone. I think we'll consider that more of a luxury because livability or practicality wise, don't have those things also can stay one. Not a big deal.
Yep.
Landscaping, of course, there are many different kinds of landscaping. The practical ones, like Eugenia, you can plant very cheap, or you can have those like super exotic plants, blah, blah, blah. But maintenance is expensive. So how do you, Rama, today, can you share with our viewers, how are you going to have this like evaluation system? What can you rank? What actually sustains long-term value?
So, as in all our episodes and keeping it consistent, all right, the most important thing is at the end of the day, the location, bro. So, location plays the biggest part, the orientation, the location.
So the characteristics of the house itself, that's value.
Yep, that's right.
You can't take that away.
Yep.
Okay. Number two.
Of course, we also have to look into things like, we have spoken about this before, parking, of course, estate planning, like natural light coming through, like what you said, those kind of things, the wind flow,
Yeah.
so many other things that are there. Apart from that, right, there's also upgradability. That means, are you able to upgrade this sort of land?
Yes.
Right? So, when it comes to a debate between luxury and livability, right?
Yes.
We can't just focus on the luxury aspect of things.
Yes.
So there's also the livable aspect.
Yes.
So these are things that come under the livable aspect
Yes.
as well. Like, when I first get into a particular property, what are the things I need to look out for? Luxury comes later. But as in all cases, bro, you walk into a show flat.
Yeah.
The reason why they call it the show flat is because they're ready to show it to you.
Yeah,
All right?
correct.
They do it up, they doll it up, they make sure you like every little aspect of it. Right? But apart from that, you must learn how to look past that
Yes.
to see these things like the layout of the house.
Yeah.
What can possibly be done? Can I undo this
Yes.
in future if I want
Yeah.
to? Right?
Correct. And maybe for ease of our viewers, right, we will let you use this acronym. So in the above that Rama has mentioned, right,
Yep.
if you use the word value, right, V should be more of a site, venue, venue and the value that the venue has, right? A as in architecture and layout.
Right.
Whether the layout is efficient and what you can play around with the space inside. L would be the life cycle cost, like the maintenance, serviceability of the items of the house. Let's say if it's a livability thing, you need it, but then you have to maintain it. You must also remember that.
Yep.
The upgradability is how you can configure the rooms, and if you do something right in a house, does it then restrict you to reconfigure the space?
That's right.
And for example, exit liquidity. Then how many of the buyer's profile in the future market would say yes to all that? So I give you an example. If you have a double volume ceiling, it's nice, right? After a while, you feel like, hey, shit, I need another room. Can get PE, then you submit plan, then you slap over and create one more room. Which one of our listings, our owners had done a smart value added, and then you create one more room.
But then again, when you are viewing the house, you need to see the possibility of that double volume ceiling at the living room. Is it possible to align with the second floor as you go up the stairs?
Correct.
If it is not possible, you already know it. You know?
Yeah. So leave it to the professionals. And of course, we can have our views as well. But one thing you can remember this as your soundbite is that features will get views. Sexy stuff get views. But fundamentals and practicality and livability gets you what? Offer. Then you can issue the what? Option to purchase.
So Harvey is talking about the stick, but usually people sell the sizzle.
Correct. So of course we have done a simple buyer type matrix which we put on screen. You can have a look at it, but we won't touch into that. But let's go into a little bit of say case study.
That's right.
If you have a terrace with no pool, let's say inter-terrace no pool, but I give you an example, then Rama, you tell me whether it's good to go or no good.
Can.
North-south orientation, quite bright, open the openings in the roof, got some light shine through, flexible family room, and granny room on first floor.
Wow. Met most of
Bow luxury, but good. Good listing, easy to go.
Yes, of course, because luxury can always be created later on, bro. But livability, which is what we are talking about today, all right, is something that you need to start watching out from the day you start viewing houses, right? Like for example, whatever you mentioned are the basics of the basics, bro. Right? If I were to think about me entering this particular property, I have the possibility of doing it up later, bringing the luxury in later. But again, can I change the other aspects? Let's say, for example, I have a swimming pool. This one doesn't have a swimming pool. Let's say I have a swimming pool. But my next buyer, the kids don't want to swim, or they don't have kids. They don't want to swim how? Also like that, right?
Correct.
So if I want, I just go to the swimming pool and swim. Or I get private, what do you call, island country club membership. Can already.
So again, what about, say for example, I have semi-D, then I have a pool and a lift, but I don't face the best direction, or I have an irregular plot, then it's in a, maybe that one too many variables. Let's say we have a nice semi-D with a pool and lift, quite new, renovated 4 years ago, but in a not so great district. Do you think will all that luxury trump livability and trump the value stack that we mentioned and get them a good sale or fast sale?
You already have the answer in your question, bro, because the reason why it has got a lift, a pool, but not so fantastic location is because the guy who purchased it already knew I cannot sell my location. So he focused on the luxury.
Okay, fair play. So you can use luxury as an added edge to help you with your sale if you feel that location is an issue. But of course, just these two above examples are just things that we wanted to just give a little bit of a perspective to things. It doesn't mean that luxury is not great to have, means you don't have it. I think sometimes you can add in a little bit like what Rama mentioned, the sizzle, right? Just to uplift your potential exit strategy, which in one of our episodes we talked about.
Right.
So what will you use to determine, since we talk so much, right? What will you use to determine whether you should include a luxury feature?
Wow. What I should determine to use a luxury feature?
So we had a discussion over this. We came up with a system. It's actually called the LUXE test.
LUXE test.
LUXE.
Right.
So whether I should put a luxury feature inside, first I will think of it lifestyle fit, bro. So we think about whether we will use it frequently. How frequent? Could be daily, could be weekly. Okay, lift. Daily. For the lao lang, they really need the lift, what? The old people.
I think most of the times when we have gone for viewings and communicated with our clients and friends, most of them are, bro, really, no joke. They use the lift to make sure the lift is working.
I mean, to run in, keep running
They actually use the
Yes.
Right? So it's a feature that you have to have, right? Because it helps you to sell, because next time when you want to sell, the neighbor has, you don't have.
But I got one friend, one friend, he tell me, last time he did his staircase quite wide. He said for easy access. Then later on he tell me, he every day take the lift, he never use the staircase. This guy you also know, bro. He appeared on the show. His name called Bruce. Everyday press the leave. So the second thing that we would use to evaluate whether you should have this is the upkeep of this item. Will you maintain it happily or not? Leave, if good to use and need to use, then you maintain it is a need, you know, not you suka, you maintain it. There is a LEAP, there's a LEAP system, no? Leave, equipment, and then you need this license to operate the thing. So you need to maintain it either quarterly or monthly, but you need to maintain. So there's a reality to upkeep one, got cost involved.
Usually people will say buy landed property, don't have MCST fees to pay. But this is your MCST.
Then the X would be X factor. Do you think this feature, this luxury, right, it's scarce or it's something so wow, right, that it would help elevate your property?
For that, you really need to do a lot of research, you know. Either you know your neighbors really well and what they have inside their house, or you really take very good evening walks, morning walks, every day going out, seeing what other people have. And as compared to you.
I give you an example. A privacy screen can be a luxury. That means screens that people build in front of their homes to elevate the architectural design, create a very clean front, and also serve as a livability factor. If there's sun coming through in the morning, it can cut the sun so it's not so hot. So, but if you use it as a luxury feature, it's for design. So you can also think about that. And last but not least, right, there's this thing called the exit timing, the exit, when we look at it, like, will this exit strategy that you have, right, 5 to 8 years later, 5 to 10 years later, right, is this still going to be relevant or not? People still going to like or not? Okay, like last time, people like to do, like bar. The old landed homes, they like to do this, like bar in their house, like, they put the alcohol there, then people sit at the bar stool. Like, they like to create this like bar, wine bar or bar stool thing in their house. But now, nobody like really, like nothing. It's like not sexy anymore, right? So it's something for, again, if you evaluate what was then a fashion icon, what was then a good to have or sexy to have may not evaluate. You not play well in today's market. So we do the same thing.
That's why I really like it, right, bro? When sometimes certain owners, they're really very good. You know, when you see this, right, and if that's something that you don't want, they immediately have another answer. But you know what? You can do this with this space. You can do that with this, because when they bought, they already planned what are the alternative things that they can do with this particular space.
Or if they don't know, never mind. We can suggest. We also know what the new buyers would want. So when we help you sell a place, we will suggest. So, of course, now the worst nightmare you can think of. So you started with all this, value evaluation. You start with your LUXE evaluation. And then you say, okay, I did all that really. But what happens if the luxury then later becomes a liability there?
Say, for example, husband and wife who are very industrious, who want to buy, got pool and everything. Suddenly they have a newborn baby. Suddenly they feel the pool is, oops, it's dangerous. I need to take care of my kid. You know, maybe they're not ready for the pool yet. You know, so I have a pet. And, you know, so it's a lot of other things that come along the way that you may not have planned for. Right? So it becomes a liability.
Correct. So pools may become a liability when you find there's child safety issue, maintenance issue, you know, over the top landscaping, that you need a lot of maintenance, having basements that are not well ventilated or not well lit, and then at the end of the day you feel like it's damn, you don't really want to use it. I think these are things that along the way, when you imagine something is better than when you really have it. It's like when you see this car, you say, wow, I drive this car, I think I'll enjoy it very much. After you get the car, they say, wow, I back pain, get in, not good.
Actually, bro, a very good point, bro. With regards to the swimming pool, I'm not sure whether that's what you meant. You said something to do with landscaping, right?
I said landscaping is also one of the things.
So, exactly. So when you need privacy for the swimming pool, right, you end up doing the landscaping to have those, whatever you need to have that privacy, right, set up so that the next door neighbor can't see into it, or you have your privacy. But guess what? For that, you also need a gardener to come and maintain. So your maintenance cost goes up again. Right?
So now, these are like a few tips we're going to share with you then. For example, now you don't even know, maybe now your house has all these. You say, so how am I going to espouse this value when I'm trying to sell it? So one thing as a landed homeowner myself, I can tell you this. I think you need to bundle your proof. What does that mean?
Bundle.
If you have done maintenance for your lift, all that, right? Just keep all the records.
Yep.
You service your aircon, keep all the records. You have all the manuals, keep all that manuals. Show everybody that these are all new stuff. These are all things that you have maintained. As a proof to the buyer that you are doing all this, right? That's one. And what about you, Rama? What would you do? For example, if you have a basement, then what would you do to elevate that during the sale?
I mean, basement is amazing because one of the things is if I have a basement and my neighbor doesn't, I will definitely bring it about because that, like what we said, right, costs the arm and leg to do up a basement. It's not that easy and there's a lot of privacy. So I would actually, it's easy to sell a property with a basement, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
You know, especially, again, I don't like saying this, but in a period of COVID, you know, when you don't want to be so flashy, you want to play mahjong and everything, you can still play at your basement.
Yeah.
You know, saves a lot of trouble, as a matter of fact. Yeah, and there's a lot of things that you can do in order not to create ruckus in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Because in private property estates, right, you have invested in such a big ticket item. You want to invite your friends. You want to have parties. A basement will come in handy, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what you see as value, you can showcase.
Yep.
Well, I'm just trying to tell you this. If what people see as, oh, maybe a good to have, maybe you can tell them why you have this feature, why is it important to you, how you have benefited from it, from a luxury, from what was to be a luxury into a livability.
That's right.
So I think that's very good. So, you know, everyone will take different stance towards luxury and livability. I think this is a perennial thing, but it always plays very high up the list as when a buyer comes in to buy an old place and when they want to do a recon or A&A, then they start to worry and start to ask, what is the thing that I should do? So very early stage, we had a buyer who bought a land to rebuild. So we had this conversation, he asked me, he said, Harvey, is it important for every room to have an ensuite? Because there's only 3 of us staying then and 1 helper 4. My wife said, don't I have so many toilets? I told him ensuite is future, everybody wants room with ensuite. But in the end, he chose to give up 1 because he feel that, okay lah, happy wife, happy life, right? Is it going to be detrimental to his sale? The answer is no. It's just that they'll find that, why this room missing 1 toilet? It's like budget issue or what? And then another case is, someone says, hey, Harvey, we're going to do A&E. What is really good value? We say, spend the money to create 1 more toilet on the 2nd floor. You know, all landlords always have 3 rooms and 1 toilet. So we create 1 more toilet, right? So that's value.
Yep.
So how you allocate your dollar towards luxury and livability, instead of putting it in marble, you can create another toilet. So at the table, right, what we usually try is to give our clients that value add in advising them what they need to do to the house.
Yep. So in a
What
nutshell,
about you, bro?
I know I'm going to ask you the question, bro. So for you, is luxury more important or livability more important?
I would say that livability is more important if I am intending to hold this property for a long time.
Yep. And one reason why?
Because luxury needs maintenance, ma.
Right.
Marble, you need to maintain. 1 spoil, you need to replace, right?
Yep.
Let's say I have a lift, I need to maintain. If I want to have value and then I say, okay, maybe I use a cheaper brand, but later I say the thing spoil, right? So I rather make sure that I have livability, which is always benchmark on practicality.
Right. I wouldn't want to differ much from you either, but if I have a choice between having an extra room as compared to having a lift, I would choose the former.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Luxury sells the story. Livability sells the second owner. That means easier for you to sell livability, right? So as we put up a few, I would say benchmarks for you to like framework for you to look through, like the value stack framework, the LUXE framework, which we will show on the screen. You can have a look at it and then you run your little evaluations.
Yep.
So the high impact stuff that you can see that what you need to do is like orientation, ventilation. You focus on these things when you're really doing your work.
Yep.
The kitchen workflow. Live with a reliable service ecosystem. Means reputable lift companies. This one, please, you must think
do one
really
time,
hard.
do it right.
You have one lousy lift, got problem, okay?
Absolutely.
Nice to have pool, basement, all this. Not too much of a worry. Most people don't have that in Singapore. We don't have that luxury.
Yep.
And of course, avoid niche brands of stuff that you buy and then later you got maintenance issue. Even when you got money to maintain, you cannot find that guy also.
Yeah.
So
imagine you use a particular tile and after that you cannot replace the tile because the tile cannot find.
Correct.
Or the particular light cannot find anymore.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, and again, for this episode, we wanted to value add to current owners who are thinking of doing something to their house to elevate their sale price, or buyers who haven't stepped in the market or looking to buy something through us, with us. Then we will also give you a value add on what you need to do to your house so that it will be future-proof and it will also be future-ready for you to leverage on capital gains.
Yep.
So if you like what you watched so far, do share with your friends and aspiring homeowners and soon-to-be home sellers, and let them know that we are in this business to stay. We're in this game for a while, and we are able to value add to their journey of buying and selling a landed property in Singapore.
And don't forget to say hi to us when you see us on the streets.
Okay. Anyway, see you in our next episode.